As you know, in fashion, one day you're in, and the next
you're dead. Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back to my Chanel, and welcome to another episode of Project Runway.
It's fashion.
Hosted by Hidwashlie's Clumina. This show has just about everything, my lovelies, including apparently some scandalous things that happen later in the season that I'm quite excited to see. In the last episode, we saw some pretty over-the-top, how can I say this without sounding insensitive? Some over-the-top dramatic, some amateur amdrams, some amateur dramatic pantomime behaviour. Granted, it's probably quite a stressful situation to be on television. And we also saw Santino Rice. So there's that. Heidi Klum apparently divides opinions in the comments, it would seem, because some people are saying, oh, it's so lovely to see her, lovely, she's speaking English, lovely. But apparently on Germany's Next Top Model, she can be a little bit of a harsh woman, should we say.
I'm amazing. How are you guys?
Right, my lovelies, without me prattling on too much about nothing whatsoever, although fashion, wigs, figs, legs, fashion.
Her name's Fashion. Fashion.
Let's have a top comment from the last episode, shall we, my love? And that is by CC Daily 2561, and they say, well, Tim Gunn is now forever Boba the Macintosh. Those are the new rules. I did actually know his name was Tim Gunn, but I actually forgot, if that makes sense. Sometimes my ADHD brain is like, that piece of information is currently inaccessible until somebody reminds you of it. Right, my loves, make sure you're sitting comfortably. Pop your little Ohrhanger right in your fashion hole, grab yourself a beverage, and let's go. Watch some fashion. Bring your daytime tweeds.
Oh my God.
Girls, it's fashion. Fashion, it's girls.
The chance of a lifetime.
Oh, she's a silent movie. The chance of a wig. Right, go. Why was that so green? I've never seen a greener image in my life. Who did this colour correction? Somebody needs to get a grip. This is New York, isn't it? Is this New York? Yes, it is. Look at all these water things. What are these called? Water, something about water. When I was in New York City, I was so surprised that every single building has like 4 or 5 of them. Flabbergasted. Nowhere in the UK. Not even a bit. Hello. Wakey.
We have like 30 minutes to be
It's
downstairs.
time to get up. Not a buttock shot. We didn't need all that. Oh dear, foot fetish. Feet finder. Toilet
I
time.
won the close off the bag challenge. It felt great because it was a humongous
I was going to say,
validation
hang on a second. What's this apartment? We haven't seen it. The kitchen.
challenge. It felt great because it was
She
a
won.
humongous validation.
She won
I'm
with
sorry
the
Kirsten's
Bye,
gone,
girl.
but you know,
Bye, girl.
I don't think she was the
Bye,
most
girl.
talented out of all of them. I mean, based on who's been eliminated so far, I just think it's been correct.
Guadalupe, baby, I think we have to change rooms around.
You just have a lot of nervous tension, and like it's exuding out, and I don't think you are handling things in a way that was
Guadalupe,
appropriate.
it's your nervous tension that you're projecting onto me.
No.
I'm so sorry to say. To me, that's reasonable.
I've been a nervous wreck.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're already seeing some drama, my lovelies. It's not me who's being nervous. It's you that's being nervous. You're projecting your nervousness onto me. What a stressful situation. See, there's something about like really creative people that quite often, in order to suffer through the darkness to make art, one has to be a little bit quirky. You have to be a little bit strange, a little bit different, some might say, to have a creative vision. So I can imagine that putting a lot of people who have had experiences and journeys to lead them to a creative disposition may make interesting television when you put them all together, but maybe not always good in positive. Oh, she's a philosopher. Just call me Contra.
Why is no one talking about the cuck tent?
Oh goodness, you can say
goodness.
however you'd
Goodly,
like.
goodly,
I think,
Google.
Cara, has a tendency to have these
isn't it?
elaborate
Very early
blowouts.
2000s changing
Just
rooms.
nervousness. It's just a disturbance, and I don't respect people.
It's like
who
the whole
try and disturb
hairstyle is
other
a say
people.
something fringe. Face framing layer.
Do not cry on national television for all to see.
Goodbye,
Who wants to
Kirsten.
beer that he cries again?
I'm sorry.
What is the ISO on that shot?
I will not be crying. I've been getting a lot of teasing, which I think is fair. Crying on the runway, not something that I relish.
Crying on the
ever
runway.
doing again
That's very
because I
fashion,
don't like
isn't
to
it?
think
I feel like this show is going to be filled with very like fashion moments. You know, you could imagine someone like glamorous Monique being like, crying on the runway. Shut up.
relish relish ever doing again because I don't like to think of myself as weak.
Crying doesn't make you weak, though. Crying is an outlet. Depending on who you cry to, though. Oh, look at that. Say something morph shot. Oh, I love that. Gosh. We're straight into it today, girls. I'm going to have a baby.
Are you ready
at
for
any
your
minute.
next challenge? You're gonna like this one, I promise.
She's very quiet. Mummy needs to turn up the volume. I wish these shows were better audio normalized.
You will be designing an outfit for one of fashion's most important and stylish icons. And Tim is going to
Beatrix
take you on a
Potter.
field trip to meet her, and you will find out more then.
Right.
You got it? Good. Okay, let's bring out the winning designer's model and the eliminated designer's model.
Oh.
Melissa and Grace.
Gosh, the music is very like PlayStation 1.
Models.
Demo disc.
This also is a competition for you as well.
Ooh, a beehive.
The model paired with a winner of Project Runway will get a fashion spread in Elle magazine.
Ellen.
Chloe, you won the last challenge, and your model was Grace. If you decide to stay with her, Melissa will be out. If you decide not to choose either of these two, I will bring out all the models for you to pick from.
Stop
What do you wanna
it!
do?
You can do a swapsy
I'm gonna
popsy.
decide between Grace and Melissa.
You can do a little swapsy popsy. Oh, a gag.
Melissa, I'm so sorry, but Grace has just been amazingly graceful. So, Grace, would you be my model still?
Oh, she's the one who had a very intense bob, didn't she? A very like, fuck me, transsexual bob. And now she's got an early Elizabethan updo. Oh, giggle.
Grace, that means you're in. Congratulations.
You win.
You can leave
Lots
the
of
runway.
kisses. You win some kissing.
Melissa, that means you're out.
Sorry, no kisses for you. Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen. Thank you.
Auf Wiedersehen. Oh mein Gott.
All right, you have your models. You almost have your challenge. Have fun on your field trip. And I see you on the runway. Bye.
Kirsten.
Winkel und Deutsche
A real
Scheiße.
icon is Diana Vreeland.
Diana
I thought of a
Ross.
lot of names. I thought of Gwyneth Paltrow.
I've also thought of a lot of names in my time.
I would love for it to have been Grace Jones.
Linda Evangelista. Let's see, who else could it be? An American actress.
Imagine designing for Grace Jones.
Morning, everybody.
Terrifying.
How are
Also
you?
very
Well, as
exciting.
Heidi told you,
Bob with a
you
Macintosh.
are designing for a fashion icon. And this is a big
Who's it going to be?
fashion icon.
Who is it? Who is it?
Even more exciting is the fact that you're going to be meeting this icon
Who is it?
at her house.
At our house? Oh dear, home invasion.
Very thrilling.
We're burgling
so we're going to
her.
take a walk. So everybody gather your things and follow me, okay?
Oh, I love the styling in this show. It's so 2000s. Like a mohawk with a connecting beard.
We started walking up the street, and it was very, very strange. And I thought, this is a bizarre way to meet a fashion icon. So I thought, well, maybe she lives nearby.
We just kept
Andre's very
walking.
whimsy,
And then we
isn't
kept
he?
walking. And we kept walking.
So please look around at where we are.
Surprise.
We are in the center of the universe, so to speak.
No.
We're in Times Square.
Yes.
God, I knew I should have worn a better outfit.
This is where we're going.
I'd be Not Toys R Us. Oh, is it Jeffrey Giraffe or whatever?
When I saw the store, I was actually a little worried.
Lead the way, Pied Piper.
That store isn't there anymore, is it? This was super famous though. It had an indoor Ferris wheel. Oh,
Still debating
Connect!
Sarah
Do you remember
Jessica
Connect?
Parker. Has to be her. Has to be her. Some was thinking Alicia Keys. We totally still
Alicia
thought it was
Keys?
someone that was famous.
Who is it? Oh, Barbie. Barbara for Boobity.
Welcome to Toys R Us Times Square, and this is your fashion icon's house, Barbie.
I'm so excited.
The music
I
is
played
so
with
headache
Barbie.
inducing. I
My
love
mom
it.
played with Barbie. My sisters play with Barbie.
Oh, Dieter Jenks. I didn't play with Barbie.
I'm
when I
thrilled
was
to
younger.
introduce you to Lily Martinez, a designer from Mattel, who is going
Oh!
to present you with your next challenge.
Look at that owl necklace.
We have the
Callum will
My Scene
cream.
Barbie doll line. It's for really an older girl that aspires to be a teenager. Basically, My Scene Barbie is all about
Aspires to be a
fashion,
teenager.
fun, and friendship. We have a couple of other dolls
Fun,
that
fresh
each
fashion,
have their distinct
babes and
personalities,
friendship.
and then we have Barbie, who is the social director, and she's a trendsetter of the bunch. So your challenge, you guys, is to come up with a special new look for my scene Barbie. Life size for your model.
A doll outfit.
This challenge is
Dolly
a test
wigs.
of your creative vision.
I'm a boy that's played with
I remember
dolls
when that
all my
came
life.
out.
You know, it'd be
The
great to win.
adverts. I really remember the Barbie adverts with My Scene. Wasn't it like...
My tribe, my scene.
Shut up! Shut up! It was iconic. I remember that so much from when I was on Babage.
That's played with dolls all my life. You know, it'd be great to win this one.
I think this was going
Do
to
you
be...
know what's really surprising about Santino Rice is that now on Twitter he is very, very right-wing. Very right-wing. And he started off being a bit anti-chemical, like wellness and health. And the wellness and health to alt-right pipeline is so surprisingly real.
Kind of difficult because it's so diverse. Barbie dresses in every style there is. She's everything to everybody and to every girl.
It's true.
You may have noticed that there are 13 dolls here. There's one for each of you. The doll will serve as your muse.
While Tim and Lily were talking, I was like, scoping out who, you know, I got my first choice and I got my second choice just in case somebody won't take it.
Have fun, be creative.
Yeah, what happens? Do they just run over and grab
choose
them?
a doll.
Oh, fashion. Oh, yeah.
It was a
Fashion
mad race.
girls, fashion wigs.
It became like sort of like crazy because everybody was pushing to try to get to their doll.
Badger. Right,
We grabbed our Barbies, and I thought for certain
imagine making
that we'd have to
doll
do
clothes.
something
That must
very
be
much in the
quite
vein of the doll that we picked.
These people are crazy. You're not designing
These
based on that
people
one
are
Barbie you got. You're
crazy.
designing on every Barbie.
Wacky Carol's at it again. And now we all leave Toys R Us by the escalator.
My scene Barbies. You have to think about cool Barbies.
Right, so what's the tea? Green. The Matrix.
This is our muse, and what other outfit would she want?
You need to design from scratch based on your ideas. We could jumble these all up. They could all be mixed around. Hey, listen, speaking of jumbling things up and mixing things around.
Should we change the clothes?
No, where's Kara?
Oh, she's been lost.
She was on the elevator and she lost the hat. Cara, she was just shaking her Barbie and then the hat flew out. And
So they
fell
left
into
her
the side of
behind?
the Escalator.
What is
To roam the halls of Toys R Us?
Yeah. Yes. Pretty much.
Barbie was
Barbie dolls.
Barbie was mad and was like,
A little hat, a Barbie hat. I've never known so much commotion for a Barbie's hat. But since she is my muse and since I do like hats, I wanted the damn hat.
Do you see it?
Can they not issue you with another hat?
Coming up on Project Runway.
No, I don't think anything is coming up, actually. Boopity boopty boo. Look at that boot.
The challenge was
house
to
down Clogs
design an
bungalow.
outfit for the new Barbie, which is My Scene Barbie.
Do you know
My
what
Scene
is
Barbie is
fascinating about American TV shows is that they always repeat the last like 30 seconds after a commercial break. They can't just go back into the storyline. They have to be like, today we're describing what we were doing earlier by describing it again today. And then there's a break and it's like, oh, today, description, today, description.
It's exactly the same.
Fascinating. I don't think we do that so much in the UK. Maybe we do, and I just don't watch TV anymore. Oh, bin, down with the BBC.
All about being seen. I think that's why she's called My Scene Barbie, because it's all
Scene
about her.
Barbies.
All right, you have
Scene queen.
30 minutes to sketch, to work out your designs.
30
And
minutes.
then we're going to go shopping. So use the 30 minutes wisely. And you have 2 days to finish this task.
Ooh, that's quite visceral. 2 days of sewing.
When I was young and my sister had her Barbies, I'm sure I probably put the outfits together better than my sister. I thought about it in the box. Colors, the shape of it, and how would it pop out in the box.
Well, this way she's got a little fringe action going on.
That's Miss Texas.
Yeah, exactly. Miss Western. I wanted my expression to be colorful, feminine, and frivolous.
So expressive.
I don't like all this idea of little dolls being overly made up. My little girl in my head, she would look like her mom. But at the same time, you know, bring her up to the latest trends.
Here.
Is that
Right below me.
responsibility in a doll? My teenage doll is a mum.
I'm flying the
responsible?
Barbie. The hat went flying and it got caught between the escalator and the wall. I didn't have as much time to sketch as the rest of them.
That seems wrong. They should have waited for her.
She cut into her sketching time by going to get that little hat. She has to think about the design.
That doesn't seem fair.
Hi, everybody. We're going shopping. Ready to go? Yeah. Off we go.
The music, the track list in this show is bonkers.
For the Barbie challenge, we received $150. We had 2 days to complete the challenge.
2 days.
I'm glad you're swatching.
You could just give me a swatch that has some pink in it.
Is this all just swatches? Are they all just buying like a quarter of a meter, please? Or what is it like?
I feel strong about
Third
this.
of a yard.
Yeah, I'm really playing with mixing.
I will say you look a little disabled by this whole thing.
I'm a little overwhelmed. There's a lot of choices. Not only do I have to pull this together in
a
45
paparazzi.
minutes, but I've got to assess what's there.
What an interesting editing choice. Why did they try to make it out as if like, oh, the paparazzi fashion photo shoot? Oh, papped at the fabric shop. $2 a yard, more like $60 meet and greet.
Her name's Fashion.
That was a joke that didn't land.
We have 10 minutes.
Is this it?
That's it.
You look like you're in good shape.
Yeah, I'm in good shape.
Denim.
Sorry, baby, 1 yard of that.
A denim poncho.
1.5 yards and a bit and the tool, please.
Belts for shoes.
Cara, time's up.
They're just cutting, Tom. I swear to you.
Oh, is that going to be a bad thing? Oh, no time management. Oh, in the bin.
His challenge is to design an actual life-size garment for your model, inspired by the Mycene Barbie. This is my Barbie, and she's my inspiration. And she sort of gives me a sort of a Telemundo.
Oh, I'm being dumb, blonde, not knowing what's going on, girly wigs. I see. So actually, what they've not told us, or they have, and I was far too busy being excited about fashion, is that they have to build a look around the doll, but put it on a human model, I think. I don't know, I might have to eat my words with a little bit of seasoning or perhaps a little bit of truffle oil and some garlic. Maybe mix it up on some pasta, a little bit of pepper and salt. I'm hungry.
She ate chick. I found this great jersey fabric. I'm gonna do the apple green.
Charlotte Church. I'm just a dirty girl in a dirty world. I can't. How did that song go?
I think I'm gonna need some therapy. Oh, babe, I hope you got a PhD. You're making me a crazy chick. You driving me to insanity.
Oh, Charlotte, can't be a bad girl. Your last name's Church. It would be like singing a song about not being Shazza Good Girl.
Darlings, have you tried
death? This sort of emerald, and then layer it like this.
Emerald? Is the emerald in the room with us?
When I think of Barbie, I think of pink. And every girl likes pink.
True. But are they going to be like, you didn't think outside the box enough? Pink.
Fabric.
Ooh. Oh, trypophobia, beware.
I'm making a
That's
garment
right,
that has
over
a
the head.
very large hood on it, so they can kind of pull the hood down and style it as a collar.
Oh, that's quite bijou.
You're doing Barbie couture
Horrendous
for sure.
fabric. It's so, like, spleen, cleaning out the dead red blood cells of the body. It's deeply upsetting, but also a bit aquatic in a way. Mind you, blood cells and aquatic life are sort of mirror each other in terms of image, don't they? Trini would be pleased.
Under the
tweed.
You're doing Barbie couture for sure.
It's going to be a combination of knit and woven fabrics going on simultaneously.
He almost
to give, like,
won last week,
fit
didn't
and
he?
flair.
And then had a bit of like a, well, they wouldn't let me win twice in a week.
I always want to be the best, and anything less than the best, I feel like a complete and total failure.
Which isn't a good thing. That's nothing to brag about.
2 seams.
Simplify.
You just want to have the pleats here, but just
Yeah, I didn't want them there.
spread
Although I
this out.
kind of don't mind having them there too.
Pleat. Pleat that pussy.
I'm your basic average bitch.
Not good at draping. I'm not good at draping.
I'm really self-taught. There are opportunities I've missed out on by raising my son and being in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I think I'm a little insecure because I haven't had formal training.
We're doing for
That
the
doesn't
access.
mean that you're
I'll do
bad,
this,
though.
I can do this, yeah.
There are so many people in so many industries that have never had formal training that are doing brilliantly. Not quite the same, but a little bit similar. I have never, ever studied film editing or TV or post-production. But here I am running a successful YouTube show about fashion in the 2000s.
My wig flew, mommy.
Wish Vogue would call. Could you imagine? I'd be like, hello, you're spamming me. Blocked.
No, I mean, I can do this if you tell me how to do it.
In this group, It's all about having talent or skill. You know, you really shouldn't be here if you don't know how to put a garment together. Okay, mark your center front.
Mark my center front.
Which you haven't really done, which is
I pressed it in.
Yeah, but you're not even on your center front.
I don't worry that Marla doesn't have as much experience. She's a pretty successful woman. I think she's taking a new direction now by pursuing a more creative bend.
Thank you.
What a lovely thing to say about your colleague on TV.
She can't handle this
That's
challenge.
very sweet. Okay, Andre might be too sweet.
There's no way she's gonna handle the next challenge.
Mark your center front, smooth it down, rotate the axis.
Rotate the axis. File for divorce. Green. Oh, I've stayed in the hotel that has this view. Mummy. Wig. 2.5 hours until the end of the day
How
one.
is everyone? Hi.
BDSM.
Ramundo, what are you doing?
I'm finished already cutting the pretty much the whole dress, so start to drape and finish the jacket.
Now, what's the jacket's out of this?
No, the jacket's out of this.
For interpretive
it's out
dance.
of that.
Yeah.
I just will say there's an
turmoil
awful
against
lot
climate
happening. It's more about the jacket, I think, for me this time. All right.
The jacket meaning what?
I'm ambivalent about that fabric with this.
I took the characteristics of my scene Barbie and I put it into my perspective. I don't believe that all this idea about making little girls start looking...
I used to have a science lecturer who had a very, very strong French accent. Some might say she was from France, perhaps. No. And she would describe words in English that used to really throw me off. For example, the word ambivalent. She would say ambivalent. And I was like, what's this? Why are these particles ambivalent? What does that mean? Ambivalent? Ambivalent. But ambivalent sounds very different. Mind you, in that similar sort of sense, you wouldn't say that carbon forms covalent bonds, would you? You'd say covalent. Ambivalent, ambivalent, covalent, covalent. Maybe she was right after all. Oh well, grow up, Luxeria.
You know, pretty grown up already at such a young age. Little girls should have a chance to be little girls.
I think it's too Barbie's mom.
Well, then fix that.
I am. I'm gonna
don't let
skimp
that
it
happen.
out. I'm gonna skimp
Barbie's
it out.
mom has got nothing going on.
So once it's looped through this, each of them is actually really cute looking.
What's happening here?
He's gonna plume, fecal plume.
You're so good. You don't miss anything. The skirt started out, it was going to maybe have some seaming detail, and then I realized I was maybe asking for trouble.
All of this speaks to incredible potential. You're not there yet.
Okay.
Everybody,
Strong but fair,
strong
but fair. Did you see? He didn't insult her there. He wasn't like, don't bother, girl. Simply saying, this has so much potential, but you aren't there yet, is such a good way of saying, like, keep going, without being like, I wouldn't bother. What'd you do that for? She's dead.
I will see you in the morning.
He does have a very particular cadence, doesn't he? Instead of saying, see you tomorrow, it's, I will see you in the morning. Think about what you've done.
Did you figure out the iron?
Just pull it.
Did you figure out the iron?
Cool. That's all I needed.
This can be unfold? No, because that's curving. I'm worried about the possibility of going home. I think I have talent and I'm good. And if I'm eliminated from this challenge, I'll be disappointed.
Coming up on
Very strong music, isn't it?
Stay tuned.
It's this
My
song
Scene
again.
Barbie challenge. It's such a diverse idea what Barbie should wear. I think it's a very tough challenge.
Microsoft Office
Everybody,
in an actual office.
Can I ask you to gather around, please?
Oh, I love it.
Special
Yeah.
surprise.
So I've never seen this show, and it's giving me so much nostalgia. From the aspect ratio to the method that it's been filmed in, to the music, to the scenes. Like, never seen it, never watched it, but I'm getting nostalgia for the early 2000s. Like, early 2000s, late 90s, which is one of my favorite periods ever. It's just sit in my front garden playing on a Game Boy Color, bright yellow, Pokemon Silver, and that's what I'm getting out of this.
Lily has come to visit us.
Hi guys, I'm back, but I have a surprise to tell you guys. So in addition to the life-size fashion outfit you guys are creating, we would like you guys to replicate it for the My Scene Barbie in miniature.
Oh, have I made a mistake? I assumed that that's what they were doing anyway.
Mattel will reproduce the winning doll to be sold in limited quantities as a special edition with your name and picture on the box.
That's quite impressive. That's a big company taking a risk like that.
As a designer, you know, to have my work put out there in the international markets is something so spectacular.
That
because
is,
you go
I agree.
from
I
step
love your
1
lip
and then you
gloss.
go to like step 300.
Why is this the lighting that they picked for the confessionals? How would you even describe this lighting? It's not a ring light because he doesn't have the ring in the iris of his eyes. It's like there's just a softbox right on top of the lens that he's speaking into, which isn't what I've got. If you can see, my softbox is really high because I love that drama of shadow. But here, it's like the light is like here, like coming straight here and here only. And it looks like there's only one of them because of the shadows around the edges of his shoulders. Why did they pick that lighting? Very unflattering.
You know.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Mattel.
Thank you guys.
We have to make a little miniature version for the doll. That's time consuming, it's time away from my main outfit.
Yes, and I do kind of have a bit of like problem when TV shows do this, when they're like, we're giving you a challenge, but also a second challenge that we're only telling you at the 11th hour. It is a little bit like, ugh, really?
Marla, you know, she wears a big, shiny, tacky badge of being self-taught. You've got your small, limited bag of tricks. Work it out, girl. You know?
Oh my God.
What's going on?
Which is the needle thread that I need to watch the knot?
Needle thread is the far left.
Cool. You know what?
What? It's come undone.
I'm not changing the thread.
Oh, very unlikable. Santina
During the
Wright,
construction
very
of a garment,
unlikable.
we'll step back a foot, 2 feet, 5, 10 feet. It's perspective on the design. When one goes to a museum and you're looking at a Monet, for example, you come up to it and you can see the brush strokes, but then you step back and you see the whole picture.
The Daniel Franco shuffle.
Daniel!
When he designed, he actually looks at it, pin it on, walks away, dance a little bit.
I actually quite like this method, you know. When I'm doing my makeup, I do the same thing. If I'm working in a really small mirror, I will then stop and look in my big mirror that's slightly further away to make sure I'm not going completely insane by doing the most irrelevant nonsense ever. So I understand that. Look at the big picture. I'm sure anyone here who's a visual artist of any sorts, the one that I think off the top of my head is digital illustration. You zoom in to fill in a little bit and you turn it out, you rotate it around to make sure you're not going insane, girls, and then you do it back again. You go back and zoom it out. Very good way, yes. Daniel.
I think he should be able to kind of just like put it on and step back and look at
You're
it and
also
go,
called
next
Daniel.
one. The constant walk back, I think it's a little too much.
It works for him. It wastes a lot of time.
No, it's part of the process. It's not wasting time if it's part of the process. Wasting time would be like, I'm not looking. If I've made a mistake, that's how God made me, Bill.
Nick.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Okay, yeah.
Just okay?
I'm good.
You should feel really good.
Okay.
Panicked Super Mario
You should feel
music.
really good. Okay. How are you finishing these arms?
I'm actually gonna do that little stress, little edges.
Like an even fringe?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Is this finished enough? Because it's not deconstruction, that's
Right, no,
controlled.
exactly.
I'm worried that it's too grown up. I'll let you think about how to resolve that. Cara, this is really cute.
Thought I'm just gonna give it a nice little rib trim.
I don't agree.
I think it looks like happy hands at
So
home.
2000.
I changed the hat from a
Bold
sun hat.
horizontal stripes.
You did it.
And a say something
High
hat.
Thank you.
Wow. That's some skirt, Andre.
There she is.
Oh, that's
I
very-
wanted this to kind of look like she bought a vintage dress and chopped it up herself. And I still wanted it to be sporty, so she's got a little hoodie.
I'm just thinking about the runway dialogue, the potential runway dialogue.
Yes, of course.
Andre, can I see you for a minute? No. It's not going to take more than a couple of minutes. I just have to tell you, I was concerned about
Why
the
is it
behavior that was
50
demonstrated
frames?
last time on the runway.
Concerned about behavior.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Not Michaela Kors.
I have to say, I felt you were fueling the emotions. It just seemed almost like a contrivance.
I was
contrivance.
seriously emotional, but I don't want to ever appear vulnerable.
You're extremely intelligent, and God knows you're extremely talented.
shorts are
Use
very
that
short.
runway dialogue to demonstrate all of that.
Well, thank you, sir. I'm basically not afraid of my emotions. I allow them to occur, I guess, as they come to me. But I feel really good about my designs. I'm ready for whatever the...
Lots of things that he looks like a lifeguard. A lot of the things he's saying here are quite contradictory with each other, and it might just be the stress of the situation that he's in. But he says things like, I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and then in the next sentence is like, but I hate being vulnerable. Those two things are very antithesis to each other.
Everybody, we have 19 minutes left tonight. That's it. And I just don't want you to make any assumptions about how much time you'll have tomorrow. It's going to be a really tight day.
Tight.
Okay?
Tight and frustratingly wet.
Work hard and carry on.
Oh, that's hideous. She should have remade that fabric.
I need to make the little top for my Barbie.
Her Barbie needs a top.
Just keep it
Exactly.
clean.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Am I seeing the visions here? I love clean lines and definitely a clean, bold structure. None of this. None of that.
Okay, if Daniel comes close to finishing, he's still going to be on the chopping block.
Is Santino eating from his bowl of hate?
Marla's hurting. Stop grasping.
What is ISO 3200 is going on
She's got
here?
some wickety whack trim on it. She's gonna take off her jacket, and there's gonna be wickety whack.
Right, okay.
Look at my wickety whack trim. I mean,
Casual.
Really?
Cattiness. Right, okay. Why is this in the Matrix? What was the thought? What styling? Why?
Oh my gosh, the workroom in the sewing room is gonna be crazy today. We also have to get our models ready with hair and makeup. It's gonna be madness.
They have to get them
nervous,
ready.
but I really
they
have
send
no
them
idea what the outcome will be. Just a little nervous because I feel like I could have done more to my outfit.
Do you know, I'm just going to say something here. The pacing of this show is so fast and extreme and like needs to pack in as much as possible. I think this might be one of the things, because it's assumed that the fashion industry is so fast-paced, over the top, and just go, go, go all the time. Like, it is and it isn't. Only really Fashion Week is the most go, 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 go time, because everything else is spent making. And I guess with deadlines and stuff, remaking, making, remaking, and making again. But Fashion Week is generally where it's crazy. But also, I absolutely hate revolving doors. The box office. An office full of boxes.
You know the drill. We're bringing in the models. You go to the Tresemme hair salon. You go to the L'Oreal Paris makeup room.
L'Oreal Paris?
We have exactly 2 hours. And
Val
we
Galiche.
are now in possession of 13 long, blonde, Barbie-like wigs.
Right, lovely.
You don't have to do it, but I want to encourage you to do it. All right? Make it work.
You don't have to
You
do a
can't
wig.
take this on and off.
I need to try this skirt.
A wig.
Why don't you try on that lovely wig?
The jacket is the
Is it a
main
nice
point
wig, or
of
is
the
it-
outfit now. It's
The one that's least finished in the whole room. Okay, so I have a lot of work to do. So remember what we did last time where you're taking care of the hair, taking care of the makeup? I need you again to kick in.
Yeah,
When the models came in, I was frantic. I was like so pressed for time.
What about like
Dressed like a panini.
Okay, here's the jacket. I
A
think I have to
panino,
mix
if you
the
will.
jacket.
Marla is like grasping at straws. She's just like, I can't believe like she's even made it this far.
Ooh,
Did you wear anything like this?
Yeah! Oh dear.
Oh, great. No wonder.
What is it, burnt?
I just used elastic thread to up my dress.
You have still an hour and 8 minutes.
All right.
Not on the floor. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Snipping.
You're almost completely on the ground. What are you doing?
I jumped on a machine and had elastic thread in the bobbin.
There's elastic thread.
In the bobbin. So it messed up my whole hem, so I'm cutting it
Oh
out.
no.
All right, Daniel.
The dress looks sensational on Tim. It's a sight to see.
Okay. All right, good. I can't wait to see it.
Face down, ass
Yeah,
up
I'm
in the
definitely
workroom.
gonna cut it up to here.
Ooh, very Saint-Tropez. Not very
It's a little
Saint-Tropez.
intense. I'm trying to finish off this dress. I'm not
That
going
model's
home.
eye makeup
I'm
is
just
hurting.
not.
Did you see? Her eyelashes are really hurting her look.
It's a little intense.
Whoever's done her makeup has not trimmed those lashes because they're stabbing her in the eyes. That's why she's going like this. She's like, oh, painful, painful girly wigs.
I'm trying to finish off this dress.
Right. She
I'm
was
not going
almost
home.
in the bottom last
I'm just
time,
not.
Right?
Everybody, you have 20 minutes. All
Because
right?
her model's
20.
vagine was machine. Fashion girls, you can't even look at me. Oh, it's very plastic.
She never will look like Barbie. Not the
Very
blonde
Tony and
Barbie.
Guy,
You
Tony
know,
and
I
wig.
dare a judge to say, oh, I think she would have looked better with a blonde wig.
eBay 2001.
That's so
PayPal
you in it.
donations.
Ooh. Start clipping threads.
Okay, she's
start
got her
sewing
real
and
hair in.
everything.
Because she was blonde already.
Up until the last second, I was setting the sleeve on the model, clipping threads, and making sure the silhouette was right.
Being
Daniel?
stitched into a dress, though, is not
This is it.
unusual.
What?
Come with me. Both of you.
I gotta do the best I can. Hopefully it's something compelling enough that the judges will keep me in.
A single clap. Beautiful. Right, here we go, wigs. Are you ready?
Hello.
Oh. She's got a
Welcome
high
to the
pony
runway.
and she's pregnant.
As you know, in fashion, one day you're in, and the
And
next
the
day
next
you're
you're
out.
dead.
There are 13 of you now, and at the end of tonight, there will be 12.
And one more
Your
who's
challenge
gone
was to
home.
design a special look for a fashion icon, Barbie.
Booby.
We gave you $150 and 2 days to complete your look for your model.
Oh, no.
And a miniature version
Oh.
for your Barbie. The
Right,
winning
I'm actually quite-
designer
oh, dear.
will have their Barbie
Hello.
look manufactured and sold as a special edition by Mattel.
Well, you've got to have a
This
hobby, haven't
challenge
you?
is about creative vision, and that's what we'll be judging tonight. Let's
Overlay
meet the
sentence.
judges.
Let's not. It's only Michaela
Fashion
Kadish.
designer Michael Kors.
No.
Nina Garcia, fashion director of Elle Magazine.
Sometimes.
And Lily Martinez, the head
Hello.
designer for My Scene Barbie.
Oh,
We
yes,
will be
you're a
scoring your designs as
businesswoman
they
with
come
her
down the
business
runway.
layers.
The designer with the highest score will win this challenge.
Wins the jackpot.
And
Place
one
your
of you
bets
will be
now,
out.
girlies. The house
Let's start the
always
show.
wins. Right, let's start the wig. Ooh, Trixie Mattel.
Really happy if I won this one. I
Oh.
was trying to create something that looked like a confection, looked hip and cute and
It's
frilly and
changing
girly,
rooms.
but a little,
Purple
little
and pink living
sassy
rooms.
too.
Sexy. A sexy candy.
For the Barbie
Ooh.
challenge, for the most part, I felt pretty confident that I
Green-
had finished and
green
completed the
piece,
job. It was cute,
but
it was fun, it was
teenage.
Barbie.
I like that. Little peekaboo. Not a cork wedge. Oh, a
I actually for a
glamour.
moment thought, I could see that in a box.
Oh, I
'Cause
like
it was
that.
flowing and
Very
had that
glamour.
glowing mirror effect. It was a
Evening
good
gown.
feeling.
Hideous wig. Very Facebook crossdresser. Oh, you better work that. Oh!
I picked a very swirly
little bit J-Lo.
print. I thought about it in the box. It's gotta grab the
Tropical.
little girl's attention.
Progress flag. I quite like that. Oh. 17 shots per minute.
Winning this Barbie
muckler?
challenge would, of course, be amazing, but I'm not sure if the judges are looking for the more sophisticated look that I'm giving them.
Sophisticated? Where? In what world? Oh. A little dolly handbag. Oh, that's a sense of you grab a glove and you're wacky.
Really, really good.
Oh, no. No. Oh, the skirt is unfinished. Unfortunately, the top looks a bit like a full dive.
Every time I get onto the
Oh my
runway,
gosh.
I get
Paris
nervous.
Hilton.
But you know what? You've
Nicole
got to just
Richie.
really believe and be confident in what you've done. I really
That
liked the outfit. I really thought it was great.
Is objectively disgusting, but very of the time and very fashion. She did great. That's really good. Right, who's next? Oh, a Batwing sleeve. And a Say Something belt.
What I saw on the runway.
I hate it.
It was very frilly, and I think a young girl would be very attracted to that look.
It's Elsa before the transition.
I have my own particular personality that I bring to my outfit. I'm fairly happy with what I did, and I have no clue what kind of response I'm gonna get.
Booze.
I could be out, who knows?
Wig.
Oh,
TV production. And that wig. Oh!
Trying to make a statement here.
Vintage
and I'm
60s.
hoping that the judges will see my idea
bit of
on
burlap.
what I think little girls should be wearing.
He was 7+2.
When you're able to manifest what was in your head, it's probably the most rewarding experience.
Unfortunately,
you can
this
have
really
as
is
a
Justin
designer.
Bieber full diaper, isn't it? I'm not doing all that. Oh,
When
yes!
I saw my look coming down the
Every
runway, I was
day.
really satisfied. Her hair turned
Diana
out great
turns
with
it
the
out
wig.
every time.
Felt like I was really able to pull it together.
That's so good. I hate it, but that's so good. Look at the defined lines. She even looks a bit like a doll. Love it. Hate the shoe. Oh.
When I saw Claudia walk
Stop
down,
it now,
I thought,
Daniel. You stop
"Gosh,
it.
She looks so cool, you know, so
Very
perfectly
cool. I
sophisticated.
love that.
I was really happy about that.
I would wear that in black and metallic black. Yeah. Daniel. Right. Now I have to think about what we're doing with the foghorns in the distance.
Designers, we've tallied your scores. Please come onto the runway.
She's going to cast a spell with her Ouija board around her neck.
If I call your name, please step forward.
Right. Come on, drag race.
Guadalupe.
Guadalupe.
Daniel Voso.
Daniel! Oh. Not the good one.
Zulima.
Oh, yes. Pussy was in fact covered today.
Emmett.
Emmett. Questionable.
Diana.
Diana!
Daniel Franco.
Daniel! The good Daniel, yes.
If I have called your name, you can leave the runway. Your scores were high enough for the next round. Thank you.
Oh. I wanted Diana to win. That was so good. She turned that little dolly out. All the way out, some might say.
The 6 remaining designers have the highest and the lowest scores.
Right, who's gonna, what
We will
happens
bring out
next?
your models and ask you some questions about your designs.
Oh, here we go.
One of you will be named the winner, and one of you will be out.
Right.
Let's bring out your models.
Time to bury your wig.
I love to start with you, as always. You want to start?
Okay.
Start with you.
Let's see. Santino.
I grew up with 3,000 Barbie dolls in my house. I played with Barbies, I dressed Barbies. It's the whole lifestyle of Barbie I know very well, so this is what I created.
There's something about Santino Rice that when he speaks, it's very... Do you have that friend who's always got to one-up your story or your life experience or like something you've done? You can be like, well, I went to the shop today and I actually managed to find a nice bar of chocolate on offer, so I bought that bar of chocolate. And you'd share it with him and he would go, well, I went to the shop today and I saw 2 bars of chocolate actually, and 2 bars of chocolate were really good, so I bought those 2. You only got 1, that's a shame. Do you know what I mean? I get that vibe. What do you call that? It's not necessarily bad, but it just makes it a bit exhausting sometimes to speak to those sorts of people.
I think you did an amazing job. I really like the color.
I think the color is very
appealing.
Barbie.
Thank you.
There must have been something that happened in the early 2000s about purple and pink together, because we see it repeated quite a lot in like designer land. The other instance I've got on my channel is changing rooms, the pink and purple dining room. It's so unnecessary. That is the most disgusting room I've ever... And look at that, what's this? And I remember that person being like, it's of the now.
Question for Andre. Why didn't you put a wig on your model?
First of all, put a blonde wig on this gorgeous girl. You might notice the wig and the fact that it is definitely not the way her hair comes out of her head.
I looked at her more because she didn't have the hair.
My scene, Barbie, seems to
I
be
think that
about
was a great
individualism,
response.
and I wanted to honor that as well.
Because if you notice, the Barbie is quite clearly white and his model is quite clearly not. I think he made a great choice there. He's growing on me this time. Last week I was a bit like... But now we're getting to know him. I'm like, okay, all right, not that bad. Just a bit of a character, some might say.
Individualism, and I wanted to honor that as well.
I think you read into everything, like
You've got to. Imagine not reading into anything.
It's fashion.
Lighten up.
Light up, you know?
Lighten up.
She's blonde.
Do not agree.
Here. and I think the dress still works.
I think it's a little, you know, on the couture side, and she is, you know, she's a little 16, 18-year-old.
Well, my job is not to change your mind. I did what I think is great, and I'm really happy with the
And we're just telling you our opinion.
Wow, I disagree, like, I can't even say.
Oh, I sort of love it. I sort of love it. It's very like, I'm doing what I like, and that makes me an artiste. Don't know what the fuck you're doing. I love it. Love that. He gagged this woman with her piano highlights.
Your Barbie.
I really just went with that whole sort of young sense
It's
of
so
fun
Y2K.
and feeling. And
I don't see her like going on a night out with her girlfriends. Do you know what I mean? She looks like she might be going to school.
It to me looks
No
like
one goes to school like that. No one goes to school like this. Is what Paris Hilton was wearing to the club. Don't agree.
fabulous children's wear project. I know little girls who would wear that exactly as we see it.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Nick, tell me about your Barbie.
You know, I have a niece, and I was thinking of what would I, as Uncle Nick, would buy for her. Now, granted, I'm a different type of Uncle Nick, so I thought I looked around. I looked around at all the other My Scene Barbie dolls, and I thought what was missing was sort of this young, hip daughter of a European mogul who went to Capri, and she hangs out with her girlfriends. So that was my whole mood.
I like your details. Colors work.
You know what else?
She looks like a life-size doll.
She sells you the whole thing. I think it's
She
cute,
does,
really
it's
cute.
true. Very
I wanna ask
bohemia.
Raimundo,
Bijou bohemia.
Where is your Barbie going?
So I'm from the West Coast. So right away I started thinking of Surfer Girl. So I'm thinking she's ready to go out to the beach.
it's
She's
very
ready for the
unfinished,
summer. And you know, I kept it fun
Barbie
with the
girl in a burlap
colors.
sack.
To me, she looks like My Scene Barbie's mother.
It's actually really kind of weird that you said mother, because what I kept on thinking too was, you know, a little girl's dream also sometimes is to be like her mother.
It doesn't look like a Halloween tablecloth.
It's burlap.
It's tableclothy to me. I don't know. There's nothing deliciously girly about her.
Ooh. Michael, that is a very troublesome turn of phrase. Don't say that again. We're not doing all that. Dear.
Marla, let's ask you a few questions. Why this color?
She's a little overdone, and she's trying to be maybe a little bit more grown up than she is. And yeah, she's kind of fancy.
To me, she's a little sad. I mean, that's my reaction.
I agree with Michael. It's a very serious color. I mean, she's supposed to be 16. It's supposed to be hip and cool.
Oh, guys, from that lens.
Okay,
yes,
guys, you can leave the runway.
A serious colour, red. But then they didn't say
Thank
that to
you.
Andre, did they? Leave the Renoir. Oh,
Okay.
here we go.
That was such a
Time to
fun
come to the TED
challenge,
Talk.
and I think some really didn't go
By the
there.
way, I've sat in those chairs, these chairs. I had to give a talk at YouTube recently in San Francisco, and they had these chairs. They are so difficult to like elegantly get into and out of for some reason. I don't know why. It's very difficult.
Fun challenge, and I think some really didn't go there.
Yeah, some of them missed the whole idea that she
Don't
was
even
Barbie.
go there, girl.
Nick really did think about the whole thing. The head wrap, the shoe,
The color, the
stripe,
whole-
the leg.
Yes.
As an adult, she still made you want to be Barbie.
I was like, that's a doll walking in front of me. You know?
Did a good job.
She knows her dolls. Good luck,
I did like
baby.
Santino's dress.
I really love the detail that he put on that dress.
And you know, you looked at the Barbie, and the Barbie looked just
The Barbie
as good
looks
as
great.
the real
She was
model.
great in miniature.
Yeah.
She was really cute in miniature, and the color was fun.
Just give it to her. Give it to her.
I was surprised you didn't like Cara because I liked Cara.
I love it. I love
No
that. That's so off the
aspiration.
time.
Everyone has a jean miniskirt with a ruffle on it.
Exactly.
But that's what will sell.
You know, Andre,
The wig thing drove me crazy.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't think the outfit was that great. It wasn't trendy, it wasn't hip, it wasn't cool.
Well, he's lost his wig,
Raimundo,
clearly.
I mean, first off, she to me looked like barefoot Appalachian little Abner Barbie. She looked old, matronly, and sad. Just
Old
sad.
maiden kind of shoe. Little bit odd to use a tribal word or a tribal name, I believe it is, like the name of a tribe, as an insult. That's very distasteful for me. Very distasteful. You could make like a generalization about like a woodland person, perhaps. But to actually name a tribe or a group of people like that is quite distasteful.
I mean, she to me looked like barefoot Appalachian little Abner Barbie. She looked old, matronly, and sad. Just sad.
He did say that he wanted to think of this Barbie as a surfer girl, but I didn't really see any surfer print, or there was so much that you could have done.
The only thing surfer with the white sunglasses.
I didn't see any surfer in that, I must admit.
Marla put her in that terrible cranberry color.
that was burgundy.
And burgundy, she kind of looked like, I don't know, like a mother of the bride.
No need to say it with so much distaste.
Okay, let's bring out the
Mothers.
designers.
Hello. Welcome back. You're all going home. That's an interesting top that he's wearing. It's very like peekaboo
The 6
football.
of you represent the best and the worst.
Oh, this week you've got to put
One
on
of you
a
will be
wig.
named the winner,
Who's the winner? Santino?
and one of you will be out.
Oh, piss, but not really.
The 6 of you represent
See,
the best
repeating it again.
and the worst.
The best and the wig.
One of you will be named the winner, and one of you will be out.
It's gonna be good at wigs. Where's my? Oh, there she is.
Andre,
Tap that pot.
Yes.
you're in. Please leave the runway.
I quite like in and out because that's very like fashion. Is it in or is it out? Girls on the game, in. Boys in wigs, out.
Santino, we loved your work.
No, you didn't.
Stop it.
You're in. You can leave the runway.
Gagged! Gagged! Your face! Gagged! Gagged! He was like, no, not me. Love it. Okay, Daniel.
Congratulations, Nick. You're the winner.
Nick, even.
Oh my God.
Oh.
You did the perfect My Scene Barbie outfit.
Thank you.
You can use the runway.
Thank you very much.
Actually, he did
my
great.
niece
I
will be
agree. I
very
said that I
happy.
liked
Thank
it.
you.
It's true, I did. It's very progress flag.
Have a doll with
but
your design.
green
And
piece.
it's an amazing thing, and I feel, really happy.
I liked that. And Santino didn't win, which is even good.
I can't believe that.
Oh dear. Somebody's gonna throw the toys out of the prom.
3 of you are left.
It's music. It's
2
so
of you
magical.
will be in, and 1 of you will be out. Cara, you're in. Please leave the runway.
I quite like that hairstyle. Maybe I should do something like that occasionally. Do like a little braid back here to keep this from going in my mouth when I'm working out, perhaps. Oh, yes. Screaming. Silent screaming.
Marla,
Fashion.
Raimundo, 1 of you will be out.
It's Marla, isn't it? I feel like it's Marla.
Marla, your design was not young enough, and your choice in color was completely off. Raimundo, My Scene Barbie is a teenager. She's a young girl. She's hip, she's cool. And it looked like you designed for her mother. Marla, you're in.
Oh!
You can leave
Goop to the
runway.
pageant! Gagged in a cork wedge. Oh.
That means, Raimundo, you're out.
Oh, it's sad,
Auf
isn't it?
Wiedersehen.
I actually feel quite sad because dreams crushed.
Thank you, Nina. Bye-bye. What I believed in this challenge was that I had a chance to put my points of views across, and it was a huge risk.
I will see you still.
Oh, he didn't hit the brief
I'm
though, did he?
leaving earlier than I thought I was going to, but at the same time, I'm young and I have balls of steel. Oh no.
Oh, it really meant a lot, didn't it?
And there's something that I believe
drama
very
girls.
strongly about is integrity. And I'm living with that.
You are.
So
There was no
I did it my way.
scandals. You didn't say anything stupid. You didn't not cancelled. Just didn't hit the brief in a burlap sack. It's fine. Not everyone can. Magical elves. Not today. I've got some thoughts. Well, my lovelies, let me know what you think about what we've seen in today's episode, because I think one of the highlights for me is the pacing and the music choice in this show. This kind of nostalgia that's just tickling me in the strangest place, because I've never watched this season. I've never watched this show, really. I've seen episodes from here to there, to hither and thither, up and down, over the way and down the road and up the bum. It's giving me like opening my computer, Windows ME, grassland backgrounds, Windows Media Player with smoky musical art pieces. It's giving me MSN Messenger, desktop computer that's on the desk, that's beige, and the button to turn it on is grey. It's giving me HDD drive making noise. That's a real like safe space for me in terms of like my nostalgia. I love it so much. Andre really grew on me in this episode, especially when he was defending his use of not using those hateful plastic wigs. My gosh, if you had that outside in direct sunlight, they'd catch fire there with that plastic. Loved that explanation of saying, my doll is very blonde and not like my model. Loved that, because not everything has to be changed to fit a specific idea of beauty. And that's even quite a progressive conversation to be having 20 years ago. Longer than 20 years ago, 22 years ago. Once again, though, Santino is proving to be a character in this show. So far, not my kind of cup of tea as a person, but definitely I think it's going to create some interesting television points on this season. So I think he's going to make great TV, even if he is a complete villain. But yes, my lovelies, let me know what you think about what we've seen today. So far, so good. It's a very soft show so far. It's very like double screening. I reckon people are going to watch this on their big screen and also go on Instagram or TikTok or Reddit on their phones at the same time. And with that, my lovelies, it's time for the Patreons. You can see yourselves scrolling past on the screen right here. Yes, you can. Today's Luxeria Labs subscriber shout out goes to Time is Forever 2. Thank you so much for subscribing to my second channel here on YouTube, my love, Luxeria Labs. If you want to be in with a chance of being featured in the next video's shout out, make sure you subscribe to that channel. It will be pinned in the comments below. And once again, I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons. Orcos Samoji, Amelia Dillingham, Ari Adia X, Becky Johnson, Beebles32, Bumblebee Whisperer, Cameron Pittman, Shell Herman, ContraPoints, Emma Burns, Eric Castillo, Finch Dunham, James A. Zengirl, Jenny Wood, Caitlin Wright, Larissa Says Relax, Leanne Jones, Lenore, Les Banana, Mo Sherman, Miss Kiss, Novembrix, Paolo Rivera, Rye Loves Rory, Sky Dorim, Steph Utek, TNS Mum, and Taylor Martin. And I think I'm going to leave it on the notes of, don't make me a burlap bolero and tell me it's fashion forward. No, I'll see you in the next one. Legs, wigs, fashion and bigs.